Poly packs. All right, I gave you guys a sneak peek of this one, of this collection buy, or this box buy, I should say, in the video the other day. Tons and tons and tons of cards, right? George Beck card here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through a bunch of them, right, and kind of break them off. Oh, that side's dirty. I'll do it on this side. And break them off, and then just kind of showcase what I'm able to get out of the group that I look at. And like so far, again, so just real quick, got this George Beck card, right? 1978 Rod Carew, and then an 83 Jim Palmer, 80 Murray, 81 Dale Murphy, right? Dale Murray. Nope, Dale Murphy. I was right. Why would I do that? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, when I have commons, I'm just going to break them off into a common lot of, like, so if I get 83s, 82s, 81s, etc., I'll just stack those up. But as I get some good ones, I'm going to put the good ones aside. You know, any Hall of Famers, any All-Stars, things like that, or any guys that I like in particular. So let's jump into it and see what we get. So here you got Jeff Reardon. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, but you know, I don't know, kind of a low-key Hall of Famer. So you got more 80s. You know, Rafael Ramirez. I'm gonna see. I bet you there's some era cards in there too. Trout. Here we go. 81. So I'm gonna end up. I mean, if it's with as many cards as there are, I'm gonna end up with probably, you know, 400 to 500 of each one. So pretty crazy. And it'll be interesting to see too if I get any duplicates or things like that. So we got the traded series, right? Yeah, this is the traded series for 79 tops. And this platform is not straight. So the other thing is I have to find out, I have a whole bunch of these. I bought a whole bunch of 81 Fleers because I want to do a deep dive on the error cards there. So I'm gonna have a couple videos coming out on that in a little bit, but certainly I don't know all of the errors yet. So I may come across a few of them that I'm not even realizing. So I'm certainly gonna circle back on those and make sure I didn't come across any errors. I know there's like a reverse negative in one of them that's actually pretty big, pretty popular, pretty big money. So you got Robin Yount. Gotta make sure I'm on camera with these. I can't see the camera, so I'm below the camera right now. So, but certainly a lot of 80 tops. All right. Oh, so here we, oh, hold up. Look at that. Look at that. Nolan Ryan, and that's in real good shape. Real nice shape for just being thrown into a box. All right, I like that. I mean, it's off-centered, right? You can tell top to bottom it's off-centered, and a little bit thinner here and thicker there, but still a really good shaped card. I like that. All right, let's see what else we got here. More 81s. I was just about to say, I saw another, and there's Rafael Ramirez again. That's the first 83 card. I saw a duplicate already now. Oh, well, here's a duplicate, right? So, all right, so we are gonna come across some more duplicates, but here's Dale Murphy. I bet Jim Palmer is gonna be all over these, right? I'm gonna end up with like probably 10 or 15 Jim Palmers. All right, let's keep going. Here. I was just surprised that Nolan Ryan was in there. I would have thought for sure there would have been some cards taken out of this, you know, by this guy. But all right, so far he hasn't. I mean, if the Ricky Henderson rookie's in here, that to me would be crazy. And I can't imagine that's going to be in here. If it is in here, then this box becomes very much worth it. But nope, you got Harold Baines. I forget if 81 or 82 was his rookie. I think 81 was his second year. I know he's a Hall of Famer, but he is a Hall of Famer I do not like at all. I mean, ultimately speaking, right? All right, time for a rant. If you were going to make a team, right? I mean, Hall of Fame should be cream of the crop. And I get some of these guys get in there after being on the list. I don't even think Dale Murphy is on there. But, like, if you were going to make a team, I would pick him way over. I would pick Harold Baines, or before I'd ever pick Harold Baines. So if you're going to make a top team, so he played from, 81 through, 95. So if you said, all right, pick one team from players that played from 81 to 95, you're picking a team he's not even sniffing the field. He's not making the starting lineup for sure. And then if you made a bench, I doubt he's even on the bench. And then if you made two teams, so they could play against each other, he might not even make the second team. If you were making a team of just stars in that era, best players from 81 to 95, he is not on the team. And to me, that's why he's not a Hall of Famer. I know he's got over 2,000 hits and all that other stuff, but it's just because he played a long time. I mean, you know what? Same thing with Charlie Huff. Charlie Huff has a whole bunch of, has a bunch of stats, but it's because he pitched for 20-something years. It's I don't know. It's kind of watered. To me, his stats are watered down because he ended up playing for so long. I mean, good for him. He was an all-star, and he was a good player. It wasn't like he was a bad player, but certainly to me, not one of the ones who, when I think of dominant players in that era and top players in that era, he's not the person that comes to my mind. And that's what I think of when I think about Hall of Famers. So, all right, end of rant. And here it is. Here's his rookie card. I would get it. I'll put his rookie card aside. Here you go. You got Eckersley. First year with the what's it called? I can't say Red Sox, but that's the Red Sox there. And then a couple more 82. So I hope all of these are getting on camera because, again, I can't see the camera. I'm sitting below the camera here, so I'm hoping you guys are able to see it. But, so as you can see, just a lot. They're broken onto team sets. And here's another Jim Palmer. Knew I was going to get a lot of him. But I know a lot of you guys do the TTM too, so I'm sure there's a lot of good players here that would respond to some TTMing. But again, that's something I just never really got into. So sorry, I was summoned. I had to take a little break there, but going back into it here again. So. Yeah, but I don't know what would be good TTM fuel here, so I'm sure you guys would know. So if you happen to see some good guys, let me know. Here's another George Brett. You got two of those now. But the thing is, I haven't come across, so we got some Angels here. You got Mike Witt rookie card there. Don Baylor. Here's another decent player for his own right. All right, let's do a few more. I haven't even made, I feel like I haven't even made a dent in this. Kind of looking around to see if there are any A's cards, because that would be the one I'd be most curious to see, is if I actually get the Henderson rookie. But I don't think so. So what I imagine got pulled out. He did all right. See, is another one. He played forever, but he got over 2,000 hits. So 2,200 hits, but a 258 average. Yeah, he played for quite a while. What was I gonna say? I got distracted by looking at that card. But I would imagine that for like the 82 set, right, the Ripken has probably been pulled out. For the 81 set, the Tim Raines has probably been pulled out. And the 80 set, right, you probably have Henderson pulled out. So all these guys probably not in there. I get the lower end rookies, right? Like the Harold Baines of the world and whatnot, but I doubt I'm gonna see. But wait a second, look at that! Look at that! Another one. Are you joking me? 77, and the corner's a little tip there, and again a little off-centered, but like pretty good shape. Oh, there is a crease. There's like a little. There's something there. I don't know what it is. Like a little crease, but whatever. I'll take that. Wow. Frank Tananana. So that's not bad. I mean, not what I was expecting. I would have thought for sure the Nolan Ryans would have been picked out of the. There's Rod Carew. Little gum stain on the back. Oops. Oh, here are the 274 cards. Ron Santo. Towards the tail end of his career. But man, I really would have thought Ryan would not have been in here. Makes me happier that he was in there, because again, I paid. So if you guys heard the story, this was on sale. This was listed in Facebook Marketplace for $150. And so I, saw it. Obviously, I was very intrigued by it because I knew it was all of this. And but I didn't know, obviously, which stars. I figured it was going to be all commons. So I didn't want to pay $150. So I did offer him $75, and then he turned around, and there you go with the third Rafael Ramirez card. This is his rookie. But then he turned around and said, hey, I can't do it for less than, 100. So after some hemming and hawing, and debating about it, I figured I'd do the 100 just because I didn't want it to slip by. I didn't want someone else to jump all over it and me lose out on this, because this is what I love. This is fun. Like, just to go through these older cards, right? And these were, so I didn't start collecting. Maybe it's Jim Rice. I didn't start truly like collecting, I would say, quote unquote hardcore, until the later 80s, like 88, 80, 89, stuff like that. That's when I really started getting into collecting. So a lot of the stuff that I bought early on was, from the mid 80s, but anything like before 86, I really never got my hands on it. Even though it was available to me, I was really looking more at the stuff going forward. So collecting these, or getting a whole box of these cards, is really, here's Fredlin. I'll put Fredlin over there. Is really kind of fun to go through, because these were the cards I never got a real big chance to collect. And I know I put Dusty Baker over in that pile, but you know what? I'm hit or miss on Dusty Baker. I mean, obviously he did well. He was a good player, and he's definitely a good manager, or at least he does fairly well at managing. But I just was never, just one of those guys I never warmed up to. Whoops. All right, how are we doing on time here? So we got, all right, why don't I go through a couple more and see, and then we'll kind of review what I've gotten. But like I said, man, I'll go through this pile here and see what we can come out with. But I just can't believe already those two Nolan Ryan ones. And then again, we got all of these, even some more 74. And all these commons are ready. And Lee May, the part of the May brothers. And he had over 2,000 hits too. And he hit a lot of home runs. 350 home runs. I mean, heck, this guy, if Lee May's not in the Hall of Fame, he should be in the Hall of Fame over Harold Baines. Got better stats than that guy. And the other thing too, Harold Baines was like a DH for most of his career. He didn't even play the field. At least you got other guys who played the field all the time. All right, I know, I'm ranting. All right, Willie Wilson, he was all right. I'm sure there's some Royal fans out there that remember him. Danny Heap rookie card. He's my as the past is alive would always say, he's my omen now. I got Danny Heap all over the place ever since I found his Pro Line pre-rookie card in 1991. I thought it was funny that a guy's got a pre-rookie card 10 years after he had already played in the major leagues. But let's see here. Let's finish these out. Kiko Garcia had his son played for the Yankees. And Tippy Martinez. All right. So, all right. Look at that. He was even managing back then. Bobby Cox. Oh, he played with the Yankees. Huh. Didn't know that. All right. All right. Well, I'll take a break here because, man, we got a whole bunch to go through. But just a quick recap here of what I got going on. I mean, already look at that. That's all 1980s in decent shape, like not frayed, all that stuff. So that's got to be not quite 100, maybe like 60 or 70 cards there. Whole bunch of 81 tops, right? Maybe almost 50 cards of that one. A smaller handful of 82. But again, decent shape. I mean, the corners are pretty nice. Nothing really frayed. So maybe about 30 cards there. 20 cards of the 81 Fleer. Only about, 5-6 cards here of the 83 tops. And then a bunch of late 70s. You got, 77? 79, sorry. 79 over here. You got a bunch of them. And then this one was 78. Or 76. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. All right. I know this is 74. That's all I know. All right. And then let's look at some of the stars. All right. We'll save the best for last, of course. But I knew I was gonna get a bunch of Jim Palmers. So a small one, Mike Witt rookie card. Got Fred Lynn. There was actually a couple of Fred Lynns. 2 of these George Bretts, right? That is the 1978 tops. 78 Rod Carew. Actually, a couple of Rod Carews. 82 Jim Rice. You got an 80 here. You got an 80 Dale Murphy. You got an 81 Dale Murphy. And did I get a different one? I got 281 Dale Murphy. So 3 of those. All right. And then 2 Eddie Murray. 1980, 1981. Jim Palmer had a handful, right? 83, 81, 81. Right. So 3 Jim Palmers. And then a Robin Yount. Here's the second Rod Carew. Harold Baines rookie. Oh yeah, 82 George Brett. And then of course, so far my 2 favorite cards out of this pile are some pretty nice Nolan Ryans. So one with a small crease on near his face, but not too bad. So far so good, but that was just the beginning. I mean, as you can see, I still have quite a bit to go through. I didn't even make a dent in that. And I probably went through 300 cards maybe, just about. So still got a long way to go. Still got a lot more cards to go through. So hopefully we'll find some other treasures. So stick with me. We'll continue to dive into the box and hopefully come across something pretty cool. See ya.